it's time to start Dishin Days with your hosts, Tony Moore, Michael Mattis, Justin Lee Hareld, and Araceli Aviles. And now, let's dish. Oh, hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Dishin Days, where we are serving up a full dish of this week's episodes of Peacock's exclusive #1 award-winning hit soap opera, Days of Our Lives. If you haven't already, make sure you like us and follow us. Michael Mattis was not impressed. Make sure you like us and follow us on all social media platforms. We are Dishin Days Show on Facebook and Dishin Days on Instagram, Twitter, X, and Threads. Michael Mattis, your face was like...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean it. No, that was just my face of today. Okay, now that was in response to that.
Oh man. Yeah, and if you are watching us live and in living color, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. You can also hit the bell notification. That way you'll never miss when we're going live. And while you're there, we have tons of content, y'all. There's interviews from the Daytime Emmys, from Day of Days. We have over 400 episodes of Dishin Days that you can go back to and enjoy, along with some special guests from the from Days. So check it out, look around, leave comments. We appreciate it. If you want to be a part of our exclusive members only page, make sure you join using your laptop or your laptop or computer, because you can't use your phone. But for $4.99, you can join us exclusively on our exclusive members only page, where you can join us for our virtual events that happen. In fact, one is happening today, where we take a deeper dive into our discussion of Days of Our Lives. Plus, whenever we have a guest on our show, members can actually come on our show and ask them questions directly. So you don't want to miss that. So make sure you check that out. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mama Moore. So cute.
Appreciate you. Also, if you need to find us on your favorite podcast station, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. So take us along with you while you are pumping iron in the gym, or maybe riding the bike, or having a picnic in the park.
Or entertaining clients, as Justin is doing today.
Oh,
not telling everyone.
Isn't that what you said?
Yes, between us four. Not...
Well, now it's between us
and the 96.
And the 96 folks that are here. Yeah.
I was late, so I don't know anything.
Well,
better late than pregnant.
Oh.
Ain't that the truth?
Ooh. What is going on today? I already love it, though. So make sure you check us out on your favorite podcast station. And of course, make sure you show some love to our former co-host and my chocolate twin, Mr. James Lott Jr., over at JLJ Media on YouTube and where all podcasts can be found, as he's serving up a recap of Bold and the Beautiful, Young and the Restless, General Hospital. Did I leave one out? And Beyond the Gates, as well as some original audio dramas. Did the banner not pop up? So make sure you check them out. JLJ Media on YouTube.
NyQuil is a hell of a medication. Let me just say that.
NyQuil is a terrible drug.
NyQuil is a hell of a drug.
All right, we are going to get through this show as best as possible. We're going to try. We shall see. There's a lot happening. Our internet freezes us every now and then. Michael Mattis is on NyQuil. Justin's in a hotel. I got on glasses.
Entertaining clients.
So there's a lot happening. But there was a lot happened this week on Days. What did we think of this week's episodes of Days?
This week got surprisingly heavy.
Heavy.
I was, it was a heavy week. Yeah. But good. Yeah. But I like entertaining as well. There were a lot of moments this week where I was actually, if I was distracted, it actually pulled me back in.
Yeah, I was very, very impressed with this week. Very heavy, yes. But just a lot. I feel like we've reached a curve with the thing we're always complaining about. So I want to give the writers credit with the pacing. I feel like they've been keeping up the pacing the last few weeks. So maybe it's made a turning point in the writing. But yeah, very impressed. When I'm doing the outline, I'm like, oh God, all of this happened in 1 week. So it's, yeah, impressive. Keep all those balls in there.
I mean, you all definitely put it into correct words. Like it was a heavy week, and there are some storylines that are dealing with some very heavy things. And by the end of the week, it just did not stop. It definitely like got heavier.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. I was happy because a lot of the people that I wanted to see really stepped up, and a lot of people that I get annoyed by made very little appearance or little to no appearance on my screen. So I was happy.
Oh, all right. Well, let's break it on down, shall we? Hang on the hourglass. It is now time to start
Dishin Days.
Dishin Days. We did great. We did great.
We always do great.
Yeah. Well, let's start things off with our top storylines. We have our first storyline, which is explosive. Which, thanks Dual Fan for reminding us that when we interviewed Rachel Boyd, she was like, and we always ask the question, give us one word that's going to happen. She was like, explosive. And I was like, ooh, now we know.
Literally.
She was right. She was right.
Now we know. So
I give her credit for that, because that was literally like a spoiler, but she almost knew it was a spoiler we wouldn't know was a spoiler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know what? She was very careful, but also like wink about it. So
Yeah.
Smart cookie, that Rachel Boyd.
Yes.
Smart cookie.
She was
She said it like without
MVP.
like, say what? Sorry.
She's the MVP of everything. Like, she's the MVP in our interviews. She was the MVP this week. We have praised. We cannot say enough good things about Rachel Boyd at this point, I think, because she's taken a character that is so unlikable by so many, that has done so many horrendous things, that has been the manipulator and the manipulated. But because she infuses Sophia with this vulnerability that maybe just us as an audience sees, that the other characters don't see, but because we see it, we're just like, God damn, this girl is fantastic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She
got that single tear again.
Yes.
The Lisa Rinna. There's so many thoughts. Number one, yes, Rachel Boyd is amazing. She's phenomenal. She has taken the storyline to different heights. And again, obviously, Sophia is a character that really could have been more than what she is. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah,
you need a crazy for this generation of people coming up. And I think I just think of there's so many possibilities and so many different storylines that I think could have happened between Tate, Holly, Aaron, and Sophia, and then adding in like Ari and like any other like college stuff that they were adding in. I think it could have been really, really great.
Mm-hmm.
Another miss. Oh my gosh. I feel like everything relates to Devil Wears Prada right now, because I watched part 2 a couple of days ago, and I keep going into a deep dive of like all of their recent interviews and stuff. So now every time I say something, I'm just like, it just reminds me of like another miss from Days of Our Lives. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Anywho, this week, Sophia was tasked in killing Johnny, but Sophia said, "You know what? We're not gonna do a shot. Okay, we're not gonna pow, pow. We're gonna make this eventful." And who knew you could do a lot with pepper spray, nail remover, and a tea light candle. Oh, and a solo red cup.
Yeah.
She MacGyvered that bomb. That was a MacGyver move right there.
100%.
I need a bomb, but I don't have a bomb. But I have this nail polish remover, a solo cup, and a tea light candle, and a match.
I mean, look, if you're really lazy, you can Google it and leave a trail for the FBI, or you can just pay attention in high school chemistry.
Oh yeah, and don't forget she turned on the stove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
First of all, with what you just said, Araceli, I need to see your search history.
No, you just need to know that I was a chemistry tutor.
She said tutor.
She said tutor. But Johnny and Chanel they are putting this couple through the ringer.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, the attempted murdering of Johnny this week, plus Chanel finding out that she has a different type of cancer while she's pregnant. Like, how do you say, I don't really like this couple without saying, I don't really like this couple?
Or do they like them so much they can't help but write stuff for them? You can look at it that way too. If they didn't like the couple, they'd be off screen most of the time.
But it's too much, Taquita.
It is a little
too much.
But you're absolutely right, because it's just like as soon as they get happy,
They're
bam.
like, what can we do? It was like, oh my God, we got married in Italy. I'm possessed by the devil. Like, I mean, it's like, let them live just a little. Could they?
You're right. Ever since they got married in Italy and came back, it has just been.
It has been one thing after another, from the devil to Blue Bunny to the first cancer to not being able to get pregnant. Now I don't want to adopt. Let's
Him almost
adopt.
sleeping with Joy.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess that's the blue, but then that led to the Blue Bunny. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
no,
a lot.
No, he almost slept with Joy because of the Blue Bunny, but he thought Chanel was having an affair with Alex. Then, of course, there was the beginning of their relationship when she was dating both Allie and Johnny, and she was like, "Do you want penis or vagina?" This couple has been through a lot.
When you put it that way.
This week was
4
no
years,
exception.
4.5 years. Yeah. It's too much, and it's too much of the same thing, kind of. I mean, like, we're liking what they're doing with it, but it is like, how many more health things can we have, you know?
And it's one of those things. It's one of those things I would have believed more like little complications with the pregnancy than like, oh, you gonna make her have cancer while she's pregnant? Jeez Louise.
Yeah. Another set of kids. Yeah.
Right. But also here's the other thing is that with us knowing that Carson Boatman and Raven Bowens were let go, it's this on the edge of our seat of like, oh my God, how are they going to go? Because I saw on one of the Days Facebook pages when she discovered that she had cancer, they were like, oh my God, is this how she? So now it's like everyone's mind is like, what are they going to do with her? Like, and it's that feeling of the worst of like, okay, you gave her cancer.
I think we're getting a happy ending though with them. I think maybe that's why they're doing all this.
God, they like, yeah, God,
yeah.
I hope so.
I foresee them riding off into the sunset with 2 children, cancer free. That's what I'm hoping that's going to be their send off.
Cancer free. Johnny knows what he wants. He's yeah.
Can they when they leave? Can Chanel say, We got to get out of Salem and these white people.
We got to get away from these white people.
I think that would be appropriate. And she said it once before, guys, before y'all get mad and be like, what you mean? So call back to something like years ago that Chanel said.
Yeah.
But we had some saviors in this storyline. Sarah, who's there to help Chanel through this and guide her through it. And Javi, who saved Johnny.
Yeah,
But now what? Wait, are we talking about that later?
A little help from our friends.
Okay.
No,
But then what's
you're right,
wrong with Javi?
Yeah. Too much gas inhalation.
Yeah, he went in there and he inhaled. Remember, the firefighter had a mask on. Javi didn't.
Oh.
He went right in there because he thought that he didn't know who else was in there, and he thought that maybe Chanel and Trey were also in the apartment. So we stayed to untie Johnny.
You know, passing out is the first step from going to twunk to twink.
Michael Madison's vocabulary this week has just been off the charts.
I thought you were going to insert some diabolical word that would sum it up. You just said off the charts. I'm disappointed.
Well, I wasn't the MVP of words this week. Michael Madis was. It was him and all his adjectives.
I thought the gas thing too originally, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's something else.
I doubt it. I think it was just a.
I feel like he was there for like 2 minutes, so you know what I mean. I didn't originally think the gas, so I was like, "Oh, it's something else." But I guess it could be the gas. But
my thing is, I feel like he been bopping around for too long for the gas not to have some sort of effect before then.
Yeah, that's what made me think something else. But
he didn't want to pass out in the ambulance. I don't know. And then, well, thank God Lonnie took the children to Chicago. You got to go all the way to Chicago to go to the zoo.
Aquarium. The Sheds Aquarium. No, because the Sheds Aquarium in Chicago is like world renowned aquarium. And I can see like if I can see them going. Salem is close to Chicago, so yeah, aquarium like that.
Look, unless Salem has its own aquarium.
So if I was Lonnie, I'd be like, "Thanks for just handing your kid off to me. Now I've got."
I know.
Now I got twins and a baby,
and you're giving me 3 babies to take care of.
No.
At the aquarium.
You're in a good sport because that's a lot of babies for one person.
Listen, ain't enough PB and J's in the world that will have me by myself at the aquarium with twins and a baby.
Yeah.
No.
Did you guys fall for the fake out of Chanel when she went in the apartment? I completely fell for that. Yeah, I completely fell for that.
No, this is how
I fell for it too.
This is how it went for me. The episode ended, and I'm like, "Oh, I didn't realize they were actually gonna blow them up." Next episode started. It was revealed that Johnny was having a dream, like he passed out and was having a dream. Then, when Chanel showed up, and some time passed. When Chanel showed up with Sarah in the hospital, I was like, well, wait, how'd she get there? She was just in the apartment. I literally paused it, and I was like, wait, he woke up, Chanel wasn't there, so she was in the room. Okay, that's,
Backwards a little bit.
It fooled me big time.
Yeah. I feel like they set that one up really nicely of her wanting to get the hell out of the hospital room and then her showing up.
Yeah, I appreciate that fake out. Yeah.
I feel like it was warranted.
Plus, they don't have the money to blow shit up. That takes money.
Well, you know, that's just special effects now.
True.
Yeah. So then on the Sophia train, we have that horrible interaction in Horton Town Square with Sophia, Holly, and Tate. Well, first it started with Ari. Okay, wait. First it started with Ari, and you know, Ari laying into her, which led to Sophia posting in a group chat message board.
Yeah,
you know,
like
Lily loves lattes. How about that Sophia Choy girl? And everybody was like, "Yeah, girl, she horrible."
I honestly was so confused about that until the end. I didn't understand what was going on. And I honestly, I chalked it up to my age. I was like, I don't know what these kids are talking about because I wasn't following what Sophia was doing at first. Part of me thought she was writing those things at first to like make herself look bad. And then Holly like would pile on. And then it was revealed that actually people were writing that. So I honestly was completely lost. I was like, I'm not understanding this like manipulation she's doing on this message board or what her real point was. So I was until the end, I was completely like at a misconception of what was going on with that storyline.
Well, I was like, first of all, you know you're not in good graces with people. Why would you set yourself up for that? And I know she was trying to like catch Holly saying something bad. I'm like, you don't need to catch Holly saying something bad because Holly not only posted it on the message board, she even looked at your face and said, "Yeah, bitch, you are horrible, and you did this and you did that, and she." So you want to talk about what you did and what makes you horrible? This is what makes you horrible, ho. And this is why I don't like you. And this is why you probably should stay in Bayview. And as a matter of fact, when I said that you should kill yourself, I meant it. But work, Sophia, when she ended that and she just went,
yeah.
I was like,
if Sophia's the queen of exits, whether it's throwing a book on the floor or the kiss of death, whatever you want to call it.
yeah.
She makes sure you remember when she leaves.
Yeah, I kind of walked away like
when you leave.
On both of their sides, if that makes sense. Like I felt Sophia's pain and felt sorry for her, but I also wasn't. I was like, good for Holly for like sticking up for herself. She didn't lie. She didn't say anything that wasn't untrue, and she's just coming off of this woman drugging her. Like, you know what I mean? Like I walked away with like feeling, you know, not that it was a draw, but I didn't walk away thinking like Holly was out of line or that she went overboard. I mean, you know, I think her being upset is justified. It has nothing to do with Sophia and what she's going through. Like, you know, she told the truth.
Yeah. And I think for the most part, we've been on Sophia's side because, you know, again, no one really knows or can understand or empathize what she's been through. She gave, you know, she got pregnant, gave birth by herself, gave the baby up, went through heartbreak because obviously she really wanted to be with Tate. Tate was really only there with her for the baby. Once that baby didn't exist anymore, he went back to Holly. So she had a breakdown, a mental breakdown, ended up in Bayview, and just has continued to be crazy since then. Now, we don't condone the pills, but up until that point, we felt bad for her because that's a lot for someone her age to go through. Now she's just crazy.
Yeah. It's
a lot.
It's a lot, and at this point, you know, it's just spiraled. The point of origin for all of her mental breakdown was definitely her mother, the unrealistic expectations her mother set. But from there, it just kind of spiraled into she couldn't trust anyone. Everybody let her down. Nobody made her a priority. Nobody really listened to her.
And now nobody likes her.
Nobody's on her side. Nobody cares really.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very sad, which now, I mean, it was actually really good to see that Amy Choy, her mother, softened. Mm-hmm. She wasn't as harsh on Sophia. And the fact that she let her know that she's loved by her family and that her family did miss her in Bayview and, oh, you're home. We're going to celebrate you. I'm going to make your favorite eggplant parmesan. And I also thought to myself, whose favorite is eggplant parmesan? But if that's your favorite, then okay. But I think for a moment, we saw Sophia battling, the comments that were made, the mission that she had to do as far as like writing the suicide note. But then realizing that like there are people who care about her and that's her family. But it's like, did it come a little too late though?
Yeah.
And it was heartbreaking to hear, Jada and Brady there to, talk to Sophia and take her down to the station. The discovery of the note and just how Amy Choy just like broke down.
Mm-hmm.
That was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it got heavy, like this week.
Yeah.
Like all the things leading up, and that was one of the things that like took me out of my distraction was the scene with Sophia and her mom and that conversation they had. And I kept thinking like, oh, this is like Sophia's gonna change her mind. Sophia's gonna change her mind. No, she didn't.
Yeah. I actually really love Brady in those scenes too. I liked his inclusion otherwise would have annoyed me, but I liked, and I thought he was
Still annoyed
being honest when he said when he told Jada like I have a rapport with Amy, and he does. And I like that he for the most part, with everything Sophia has done to either his family or people around him, he does seem to give her a lot of grace and sympathy. So I actually liked his presence in this. It wasn't the stern, father going over there to like, fire and brimstone. He really seemed to have some genuine concern for her well-being.
Now, question: was Brady over there as like Detective Brady, or just there to go with Jada to see Sophia?
Both.
Yeah, well, because
in a way, even though like in an unofficial capacity, because Jada didn't want him going at first because he ain't a cop, right. But he, convinced her. So that's why he's there.
So there was a shot of Jada and Brady standing there, and I was like, like, I don't know if I can get used to like, Detective Brady Black.
Oh. Well, he also had the evidence too. He was the one who got the evidence. So I didn't mind him being there since it was him. It was through him.
Yeah.
You're still like, no. Even if he got the evidence, I don't want him there.
I don't know. I don't know. This career change is interesting. I guess I'm just so familiar with him, like being a part of Titan and the CEO and working there, like Basic Black, doing business. That suddenly, like standing next to Jada, being like, like, we're here to ask you some questions. I'm like,
Oh, you are?
Are you?
I have faith in Brady's, I think, competence or should I say, I have
words that have barely been uttered together.
Let me rephrase. I have faith.
She's like, let me correct myself.
In Brady's ability to apply himself to learn the skills necessary and to become a competent PI, if only to uphold his father's legacy.
Okay. It's still
because he can't do business. He just can't.
I don't know what he can do, but I guess we're gonna see if he can.
I definitely don't want him after this week and the way he's been acting about Titan and with Marlena. I don't want him in Titan either.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But as far as Brady's role here, I do think it was warranted. I think it was necessary. I do think that Brady, the one skill set that Brady does have is that he is actually able to build a rapport. He's right. He walked a very fine line the last year with Amy Choy, really trying to be there for both Tate and Sophia during the pregnancy and really going out of his way to respect Amy's beliefs while at the same time advocating for the kids. It wasn't. I don't think. I mean, I don't think he did a perfect job, but I think he did okay in walking that line, and he certainly did a better job than Amy Choi. What is so funny?
We're reading the comments.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe.
For those of you listening on the podcast, a lot of times we show comments from our live chat. We don't read them because we're always in the midst of talking. But if you want to read these comments, make sure you go to our YouTube channel and see them throughout the show. I will say, I know that the suicide note was part of the plan that Sophia and Kristen hatched with Sophia, but I didn't think about this perspective until we received a sound off from our favorite folks over in Tacoma, Washington. Wait, where is, okay, there we go. But Myrtle Hope definitely had a different perspective of this, and I wanna play what she wrote, what she said, and then let's talk about it.
Hi, I'm Myrtle Hope, and I'm from Tacoma, Washington. And my rant is about the writers. I think the writing for the Sophia storyline was really bad, not so much in the aspect of how it played out, but in the aspect of suicide just being thrown out as a plot device to prop up Kristen. I don't think suicide is something that you should ever just throw on willy-nilly, especially if you look at it in the context of society, in that suicide has increased in recent years, especially in the younger demographic, which Sophia is a part of. I think there needs to be some level of respect and decorum which it's handled with, and I don't think there was. I think, to me, it's tone deaf, and I think especially if you're gonna just throw out suicide without any respect, especially after you brought a character back from cancer, I think it's tone deaf both individually, but especially together. And I just think there needs to be some feel for society in the writing.
It was interesting because when she sent it in and I was listening to it, I was like, it is a serious matter. And of course, with a serious subject like this, they do post the disclaimer of, if you know anyone that's dealing with this, to contact the suicide hotline. But I saw her point of view in that, like, this was just kind of a way to maybe explain Sophia's disappearance or something like that. And I was like, she kind of has a point in using that as a throwaway plot, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I see your point. I absolutely see your point.
Because I didn't.
It's not something I thought of either. But I'm fortunate that my life has not been touched by that. And maybe different perspectives for different people. But yeah, just kind of using it as, there's a word I'm trying to think of to use it as just like a means to an end. Like, it's not a serious subject almost, but you also need to remember that it's Kristen that came up with this idea.
Yeah.
And Kristen is, not scrupulous by any means. And it would make sense for a character like Kristen to do that.
Yeah.
To use something serious like that as just a means to an end.
Yeah, and I think because of the state that Sophia was in with everything that she had gone through, then you have what the message boards were saying. Then you have her interaction with Holly and Tate. I mean, that's a lot to like go through in the midst of this plan to kill Johnny and then make it look like you killed yourself. I'm sorry, you unalived yourself. Is that more the PC term?
Yeah. I understand the point now. Before I thought she was saying just having it in the show was bad. But I understand now
Yeah.
she's saying it as a plot point from Kristen's plan, as a part of Kristen's plan. I get
Yes.
that more. Yeah, I see that point more now that I understand what she's saying now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't argue with that. I thought originally they were saying like just having it on the show was bad. Then I always think like, well, is it any worse than like rape or murder or any of the other things we see on the show? But now I understand what she's saying from Kristen's standpoint, to throw it in as like a throwaway excuse. Yeah, I can understand that point.
Yeah, I could see that point, and I would argue that given the raw material that Rachel was given this week, I think they actually could have leaned a little bit more into it. Maybe made it even more of a possibility that it was something that Sophia was seriously considering. I think they had all the right elements there that maybe they actually could have leaned into it and made it a possibility to really, really kind of hammer home the fact that, you know, Sophia was mentally ill and she hasn't received the correct help she needs. She hasn't received the right therapy, you know, what have you, blah, blah. So maybe I would argue they could have leaned more into it rather than just, yeah, like you said, having it as a Kristen throwaway. I mean, they learned that lesson. Maybe that's just a lesson to be learned, because I think the lesson was learned that they couldn't do that for rape, for any storyline involving sexual assault, because recall that unfortunately it used to be a very prevalent storyline in the 70s and 80s, where you had unfortunately every other character it looked like being touched by assault, and we haven't had an SA storyline in about 10 years. I think the last one was Sierra Brady, and when they did that, when they went in on that storyline, there were a lot of people had a lot to say about that storyline, but the one thing you couldn't say is that they made it a throwaway. It was most definitely not a throwaway. That storyline they really went in on, and it had impact for years to come. So maybe it just in terms of this particular topic, we just have a little more ways to learn.
Yeah. I'm like, I almost, because how things ended, she went to Kristen, you know, to their secret hiding spot.
Yeah.
Kristen, you know, told her, hey, you know, have your passport, have everything ready to go, throw your throw your shoes in, touch this, you know, and then all of a sudden, plot twist, bam! She knocks out Sophia, and then have two goons pick her up and toss her in the river.
Mm-hmm.
If this wasn't, if this isn't take you back to when it was Gabby, Kate, and Sammy, did that same thing to Nick Fallon. Yeah, I was just like, oh, okay, that was a plot twist, and she definitely wanted revenge on what Sophia did with Rachel. But
it's funny that you bring that up, Tony, because when we look back on that time, Nick himself had been through quite a bit at that time. But by the time it got to that point, by the time it got to the river, that was his first death. That wasn't his actual death, but it was his first death attempt. We were all yelling, he had it coming. We were all like, from the chorus of Chicago, he had it coming.
Yeah.
We felt very differently.
No, yeah. So yeah. And this is like my issue with it. Well, Sophia didn't deserve it, and like, why? Like, what's the point of this, Kristen? Like,
what's the point of getting rid of Johnny?
What was the point of doing all this?
Sophia?
You could have just had her meet you down there and done it without having her. I don't know. I'm just like, where do we go from it? Okay, so she did all this to like get out of town. Now you just killed her. What was the point of all of it?
I don't know. But then I also think that, like, going back to how Sophia was feeling, I don't know. For some reason, I almost kind of can see like the plot twist being like Sophia deciding to go through with unaliving herself. And but I mean, like look like she's doing it, but maybe being saved or something. I don't know. With like Kristen like being like, where is she? And then kind of seeing Sophia off in her own world doing her own thing. And then maybe Detective Brady and Jada come rushing in, and then Kristen dives back, and like I don't know, like something. I don't know. I think that could have been plan B. Plan A is still kind of like, okay, great, Kristen. Like you needed to be in any more trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You just barely got out of jail by the hair of your chinny chin chin. And now you knock her out with a rock. The rock has her blood on it and your fingerprints on it. What are you going to do? I don't know.
Yeah, this is very dark for Kristen, who, I mean, sort of thrives in being a dark character, but usually not this dark. And not for such, I don't want to say a minor offense, but not, I mean, this is small potatoes compared to some of the stuff she's, justifiably or not gone after other people for. To sort of kill her for the infraction of quote unquote using Rachel that didn't really get far. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess it was the fact of even just messing with Rachel was the one thing that'll bring Kristen to that point.
I would have appreciated it more had like it would have been a situation where Sophia was caught trying to kill Johnny and then got sent away, like got arrested and had to go through, and that was Kristen's revenge. That seems more plausible as a Kristen revenge than Kristen like just fucking murdering her. You know what I mean? I don't like it.
Do we think she's murdered?
Well, that's the other thing. Like Nick Fallon came back to life, didn't he?
It's amazing how your instincts will kick again when you're hit with cold water.
Yeah, again. I think this might be a turning point for the character, actually. I'm thinking.
It would be great if Sophia is actually alive, but then somehow Kristen gets busted, and then Sophia doesn't, I don't know,
reveal herself yet,
doesn't reveal herself as revenge on Kristen.
Yeah, could be. I could totally see that.
Anyway,
or we get a reset with the character and she has amnesia, and so maybe that's a way to bring to restart her kind of a thing, and she's not public enemy number one in Salem anymore for now.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people I feel like have a lot to say about Kristen, and we have another sound off from a fan of ours who turned in this audio to say this about Miss Kristen DiMera.
This is Nicole from Georgia. Just months ago, Kristen was bragging that she never murdered anyone. Now she's plotting to murder her own nephew? Listen, all I wanted was for Kristen to maintain her edge without being a murderer, stop obsessing over Brady, and keep sleeping with Alex. Is that too much to ask? This is Nicole from Georgia.
No. I mean, that's not too Kristen. Much to ask.
No, that would be the best Kristen I could ask for. Perfect. She keeps her edge. She forgets about Brady and keeps getting dicked down by Alex. Like,
there you go.
Solid.
I will always say the problem with the Kristen character is that they have not evolved her. She needs to. It's like there are so many chances of her being like, you know what? I'm gonna now be this way because the other way is just not working. And they keep having her Brady, Rachel. It's like, there's Kristen, there's more to life. And then now this whole thing of like, someone did me dirty and my daughter dirty, and now I have to get back at them. It's like, really? Are we still that girl? Even Sammy isn't that girl anymore. Yeah. Like when Sammy came back, we all were like,
yeah, right. Yeah.
And Sammy came in and said, "I'm cool, everybody. I got me a man."
Well, she has her moments.
But it's not. I mean, whenever
She's evolved.
we hear, whenever we hear that Allison Sweeney is coming back, we're like, she about to come here and wreck shop.
Hurricane Sammy.
And then just dip out. This time she was like, I'm so sorry about John. I know that he cared for me. Forgive him for all the things. Love you, Mom. By the way, I'm engaged. I'm happy. Now I gotta go. And we like, who's this Sammy?
That was Misty. That wasn't a Hurricane Sammy. That was a gentle miss.
Gentle miss.
Rainstorm.
A light drizzle.
A drizzle. I don't like that
Drizzle.
word. I don't like that word.
So we can add drizzle and moist to your list of words that you don't like. I'm gonna take that as a yes. For those of you who are listening, for $200, the category is words that Michael Mattis do not like.
Do not like.
I will take drizzle and moist for $200.
I hate you. I hate all of you. Oh, Araceli's still there. Her face
Yes,
is
she is.
She's back.
You're frozen
was
for
frozen.
like 2 minutes.
I'm not okay, guys. I'm not frozen. I'm just kind of quiet today because I'm like taking in.
No,
everything.
your picture was literally frozen for a good
I
few
was?
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we
Just
meant.
must not be moving.
You're literally frozen.
No?
Wait a minute. I love the fact that we're like, Araceli, you were frozen. No, I'm not. I'm just sitting here listening. No, you were frozen. Was I? Yes. That's what
What?
I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, I will look back on it later and tell you
You're
for
not
sure.
doing anything.
No, I'm not. I really am just listening.
Yeah, we know it's the internet, but when all of a sudden you're like, for 2 minutes, we realize you're frozen.
I don't know. I can keep a facial
You're
expression.
frozen.
Let's move on to our next top storyline, which is goodbye, Jeremy Horton. Hello, Kelsey Kiriakis.
Oh, good, because I have things to say on this one.
You have things to say? Well, tell us, Araceli. Go ahead.
First of all, that baby's adorable.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
I love how the show, just on that point, and then I'll let you continue, Araceli. I love how the show is now just, they seem to be stockpiling like just like tight face shots of these babies and just like inserting them like, oh, we need a baby, we need a baby shot. I'm like, I appreciate that because like one of the criticisms of the show is that they use fake babies all the time, which probably better than real babies. Less
We'd be
work,
like,
less-
who that? They had that baby breathing hard.
Right? Yes, that was Victoria.
Oh, that's right.
Victoria.
Look,
Asthmatic
the Olsen
baby.
twins created a false narrative that babies
kids
and
are funny.
toddlers are easy to work with on a set. They are not.
Toddlers
Okay.
aren't easy with anything.
Side note, can I tell y'all that when I was young, I never realized that it took me a long time to realize that they were twins. I actually thought
you thought Mary Kate Ashley Olsen was one person, right?
was one person.
Yeah.
No, I did
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
That's what was shown.
young.
If you look, they don't show both of them in the credits. They only show one of them. And then the way that it was like Mary Kate Ashley Olsen.
Yeah,
It was
it looks like one
Mary
name.
Kate and Ashley Olsen. It was very
Yeah.
it was just one long name. One person, one long name.
And it wasn't until that episode where they did feature both of them
Mhm.
that I was like,
They're twi-
oh, there's two.
There's two of them.
Didn't realize that. Oh, but
Yeah.
but speaking of adorable babies, I do have a picture of the adorable.
She's so pretty.
She
But let
looks
me
like
tell you,
that too.
let me tell you the reason why I have this picture, because it was going to be a 3 snaps, because you know why she's making this face. This is when she first saw Alex / Rob. And I said to myself, that baby looked at him and said, "You fine?"
You my daddy.
Like she looked up at him like, "You my daddy?" Oh, my daddy is fine, y'all. That's that.
Don't think
I
about
am
your dad like that.
very, on that note, I am very intrigued to see Daddy Alex, but also to see how
I'm intrigued to see a
Rob
Daddy
is with
Alex
the
too.
babies.
Now we
Fair
can
point.
legitimately call him daddy. Now we can.
100%. Yeah, and oh my God, y'all, I felt so
Oh my
stupid because
God.
remember last week when I was like, oh my God, like who called Joy and told him about it? And y'all were like, Jeremy did. And I was like, Jeremy wouldn't do that. Cut to the scene in the small bar. And he's like, yeah, see, aren't you glad I called? And I was like, Jeremy.
Oh,
Jeremy.
I told you so. I told you so. I told you so.
That darn Jeremy. And then he left.
Told you so.
We just had high hopes for Doug the Third. They flushed him down the toilet. We had high hopes for Jeremy Horton. They flushed him down the toilet.
Okay,
We were
hold on.
hoping-
I'm actually gonna speak in defense of Jeremy Horton on this one, and actually the writers on this one too.
Okay.
Because unlike with Doug the Third, and also with the disappointment that was Dan's role as Peter Blake, I actually think that this go around with Jeremy Horton, while brief and while it leaves us wanting more for Michael Rourke, which is a testament to Michael Rourke as an actor. When we want more of you, it's a testament to you, sir. I think they were very successful in doing with this character what they wanted to do, which was reform him, not make him a perfect angel, but they took a character that was so disliked, hasn't been seen on screen for decades, has been so disliked, and like historically disliked. Like we remember how much we dislike him. That's how disliked he was. He wasn't a throwaway character. Like we remember hating this guy. And they managed to do the impossible and really turn this character around. Not make him a perfect angel, but really say this character has experienced true growth, true remorse, true he's really done the work, the therapy, and by walking away this week, just that act of walking away shows that he is a character who has reformed, who has done better, and should they have the wisdom to bring him back, will do even better the next time around. He will continue to be a person who grows. And I thought that was impossible years ago.
Two things I would like to say. One, I wish we had Michael Rourke on the show. Y'all can clip that and put that out there. And two, I wish they would have kept Jeremy, because riddle me this, would you have liked to have seen, with the state that everything is in now, you have Joy returning with Alex's baby, you have Stephanie who is leaning more towards Jeremy. As much as we like Stephanie and Alex, to have this little bit of stickiness, conflict, and even I kind of would maybe I would take out that Jeremy called Joy. I almost would have liked for it to have just been like a conversation that maybe Jeremy had with his dad, and then like telephone, it got back, and then Joy made the decision just to come back. But to see Stephanie lean more towards Jeremy, and then to see Alex, Kelsey, and Joy, and that whole, oh my gosh, just that would have been,
there was so much more story
so
there
good.
to tell. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, someone just said it might have been interesting to put Jeremy and Joy together.
Maybe.
I mean,
the four, that quad that they were making right there, that would have been amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. Because then, Alex would have been jealous that another man would have started to get jealous that another man was, or they could have passed the kid off as Jeremy's, knowing it was Alex's, and then Stephanie could have found out. Then her conflict could have been, do I tell my husband he has this baby or not?
Yeah, because Jeremy and I felt like Jeremy and Joy had some chemistry.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And they're not blood related, right? Because
no,
they're
not.
Yeah, it would have been,
Oh man. I mean, but this is okay. So this is the thing that I think frustrates us is that we're like, hello, writers. What does that writing room look like? Because we can sit here and go, oh my God, this would have been great. Da-da-da. And we also kind of know that it's not as easy as we're saying that it is, right? But also it's kind of like, like you have such great, talented people. And this storyline could have been pushed up. It could have been pushed up, right? Like if you were only going to use Jeremy or Michael Rorick for this amount of time, you could have brought that could have happened. Yeah. So that way, by now, we could have gotten that foursome. We could have gotten we could have gotten all that good stuff to where maybe Jeremy and Joy just hitched it off, and we're like, "Oh my God, that was great."
I'll tell you, I am willing to bet, and I know nothing about how these, how things get from conception to screen. Mm-hmm. I don't know all the ins and outs of that, but I would be willing to bet there's a stupid man somewhere in the mix
and
that is making decisions between concept to screen.
I love how you put so much emphasis on that. I'm willing to bet there's a stupid man.
Stupid. Sit down.
Stupid. And you're probably right, because actually all this week I've been saying these dumb executives who sit at all these networks and make these decisions. I'm like, you're this is a side note. I'm not even a Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan watcher, but whoever made the decision to not have that reboot when you have all the people who are who the original cast willing to return, you shot the pilot, and then someone up there, which someone told me that executive didn't even watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, has no idea, and went, no, stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid with a capital T.
Yeah.
Stupid. Capital STUPID.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like anyone over the age of 25 just knows that that's a given in the world. But if we happen to have any college students or anybody who watches us, please take this as a lesson now that this is just a fact of life. All stupid decisions are made by stupid men.
Yes.
And also, just to clarify, I'm willing to bet the stupid man is not on the actual show side. It's someone that has to be on the approval chain.
Who don't watch what they're supposed to be to
probably know nothing about nothing.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, it's exciting to see Alexanne Hopkins back as Joy. It's exciting to see, and you know what? And honestly, I will say this: I like her reasoning because she was just like, we didn't want to be the catalyst of you and Stephanie breaking up. You didn't seem excited. I didn't want to get in the way, so I left. But then I heard it through the grapevine that you might be open. So then I thought you at least should meet her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's not after money.
She's not after money. She's like, you don't even you can make the decision to be a part of the kid's life or not. She's like, let me tell you this, we are fine. And and when she said that, I was like, Joy is looking at you like, baby, I don't need your money. Even though you are a Kiriakis, I don't need your money. I don't need this house. I don't need the deed. I don't need nothing. If you want to have a relationship with her, you can, but just know we good.
Yeah. people are questioning if Joy is sincere. She 100% is, because she had
Oh yeah.
she had ample opportunity to break up Alex and Stephanie back when she first got pregnant. She's had ample opportunity since she's given birth. Literally, there's nothing that would have been standing in her way. Exactly. And Alex being, the coming for money that he is, it would have been very easy for her to say, hey, I need some help supporting my kid. She didn't do any of that. At no time in this has she done that, because she is sincere, because she genuinely didn't want to come between Alex and Stephanie, or at the very least, she didn't want to be a bump in the road for them when she needed to figure out her life. She needed to figure out first and foremost how this kid fit into her life. Once she did that, it's all about that little girl.
Yeah.
I think she's sincere from her standpoint. I think now that she is back in town, I think things will slowly change for her. I think. Not that I think she's going to scheme to get Alex or completely change, but I do think if she sees an opportunity where maybe she can have this family with Alex, and you know what I mean? I feel like I don't know if we were like that so enthusiastic about their union before. It was very short-lived and it just seemed like a hookup situation. So I don't know if we gave it like the enough attention and like real consideration before, because it seemed like so fly by night. But I mean, I think one thing we always loved is we thought Joy got shortchanged before. We really loved her character. We loved the characterization of her, and I felt like she's been one of the best new characters that we've gotten in the last few years. And I like that she's a little messy. So I think she will still bring some of that messiness to this situation. I don't know if she'll be a villain and necessarily scheming to break them up, but if she sees a crack in their relationship, maybe that she can fit in. I don't put it past her either.
Yeah.
Now, oh gosh, I really, really don't want to pile on, but
What?
I just did not like Stephanie this week.
I didn't either.
And
Why?
I feel bad that I didn't, but I didn't.
I know. I mean, I was constantly having to remind myself, she has PTSD, she has PTSD, she has PTSD. Because if she didn't, and if I didn't remind myself of that, I would have been so annoyed and just so indignant of how the way that she was talking about this situation, the way she was talking about Alex, the way she was talking about Joy, the way she was talking about even the baby, like that innocent little baby, like as if it's just it's a problem.
Yeah.
Just like I get that it's a complication. Don't get me wrong. Your husband having a baby with another woman is a complication, no matter how you look at it. But the way she's talking about it, she's talking about it as if it's a problem. And it's like as if it's a problem that was done to her.
Yeah.
And that's I think that's the issue, is that if she's talking about it as if it's all about her, and as if Joy's decision making was about her, as if Alex getting Joy pregnant was about her, as if this baby's very existence is a threat to her.
It's not, because all of that happened while they were not together.
Exactly. And so that's why it's not her feelings necessarily that I have a problem with, because her feelings are just kind of all over the place. It's the language that she's choosing and the ways that she's choosing to react to it.
But also, she's going through a lot. She's still going through her PTSD of like being kidnapped and what happened. We saw it at the gun range where, she's still shooketh by Owen and everything. And Alex hasn't been that great the past couple of weeks either, because he hasn't just been there to kind of care for her. Like, he's pushing a future when it's like she just needs care right now.
Yeah. And I the thing to me is that Stephanie is an adult, and for as much as she talks about control and wanting to have control of the situation, my argument would be that if you so badly want control of the situation and you need to feel like you have a sense of control over what's going on in your own life, then you need to actually say to tell your husband that you need to take yourself out of the equation in terms of his baby mama situation. That she needs to be out of it, because now Alex is going to try to figure out where Kelsey fits in his life, and if for at least for the time being he needs to create two separate spaces where he has his life with Stephanie and he has time with Kelsey, then that needs to be the way it needs to be, because he can't try to insert a baby into her life. That's not fair to her, but she also can't cut him off from his child. It's not fair to either one of them.
No, I mean he's just as shocked about this as she is, I'm sure.
Yeah, I also feel like he's I do think she's being a bit selfish in some of the interactions this week, but I gotta say I actually thought she handled the news of my husband has a baby with someone else and this baby is now in our lives. I actually thought she handled that very well. I thought it could have went completely left. But I will say I also think we're seeing how Alex is also tempering himself, because when he was in the private moment with Joy, he admitted he's very happy about Kelsey, even though he doesn't know. We're assuming it's his baby. They're waiting on the blood test, whatever. But he seemed thrilled about it in that moment, even through the shock and the craziness he's going through with Stephanie, his wife. He still seemed joyful about now having this child. So I think, those feelings are all going to converge at some point, and it's not going to be well for this coupledom. I'm not saying they're going to get divorced, but it's definitely going to be a bigger issue than I think they think.
Yeah.
Because you also don't want him like tempering his feelings about his now child, who he's excited about. He also needs to kind of, he can't walk out the door and smile and be happy and then walk in the door and pretend to be sad that he has a baby. It doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And again, she can't make it about her. Like, I may not be able to do that for him. And it's like, no, like, I mean, unfortunately, it's very bad timing because she's going through her things. But just like he needs to be there for her, she has to find some way to be there for him.
Yeah, it's bad. Look, it is bad timing, but she has to realize that that not everything is about her. This, Joy's baby is completely separate from her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That baby's existence, the way that baby grows up, that's up to Joy and Alex. Whether she chooses to be an active stepmom, that's her choice. Whether she wants to have children with Alex, down the road, that's her choice. Joy has no say in that as well. She has to realize they're completely separate.
Yeah. Thank you, Mick Floyd, for your contribution, but also just to say, good, no more kissing cousins.
Not kissing cousins. True, we hand wave that away that they're related, but whatever.
Who is?
Alex and Stephanie. Well, kind of.
Oh.
Because Adrian is supposed to be his mother, technically. So they would be cousins.
Yeah, Adrian was Alex's stepmother, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Also forgot that Sarah knew about it. It'd been so long and that storyline went by really quick. I forgot that was still a little button over there that Sarah knew about it.
Oh no, and Sarah just busting herself. Like,
I know, she didn't have to say anything.
Like, what you knew? Obviously, she can't tell, but
right.
Just be like, you need to reveal that to Alex. Yeah, that was unneeded.
Yeah. And the second he said that, my immediate thought was, don't get mad at her. Yeah. She can't break doctor patient confidentiality. She couldn't call you and be like, hey, I know that Joy is gone, but she pregnant with your baby.
And then when you consider her own past, it's like, okay, even if she wanted to, she better, It's like you didn't do it for yourself, then you know this woman made the same choice you did not so many years ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anywho.
And by Jeremy for now.
Yeah.
Michael Rourke, you were great.
Yes.
We wish we could have had you on the show to talk about your time on Days, but you had a great run. Very talented guy, and we wish you all the best.
And hey, if you want to talk, we're here.
Yeah. There's still time. Come on, Dishin Days, and dish with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anywho, that's it for that top storyline, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to some executor duties.
They are really building up to this fucking will reading.
I know.
What week is this we're on talking about it?
All I know is when Marlena was like, no, thank you. I was like, girl, you better go to that reading.
Get that money.
Oh,
whatever.
go get your money. You better get that
Hopefully
money.
it's money. It's not
I know, hopefully it's money and not some stupid like Demira symbol or
I know.
some shit. Stefano should just be like, here's $1 million.
Here's yeah. Sorry,
That's
girl.
it.
Sorry about it.
Sorry, girl, here's $1 million.
Yeah, like, sorry I ruined your life. Although when she was like, you know, we've had a will before and I received a pillow from him. And I was like, but yeah, that's your pillow.
Yeah.
I just but I was with EJ and being like, it's like now that we know that like there is no more Stefano, like this will close the chapter.
This will be the definitive
Araceli,
because
Araceli, do not wish Stefano Demira on us. That man has been gone for over a decade. Sometimes you have to let people, you know how you always get on me when I get all upset because they announce stuff all early. So that's how I feel when you want to keep bringing up these and leaving these folks alive.
What did I say?
You were like, oh, I thought you said, is he?
No, I didn't say that. No, I said that's it.
Did anybody else hear it? Is he?
I didn't. Yeah, I just didn't know what you were talking.
Okay.
No, I said that's it. That's the end.
I thought I heard, is he? I wanted to be like, don't you dare.
He's dead. Bones ground dead.
Michael Mattis, cheer about Stefano Demira?
Dead. His femur was used to kill somebody.
One last killing.
Just one last.
His own son. Oh no.
Damn.
Adopted son. I mean,
yeah.
You know. As if that makes a difference.
No. never liked you anyway. That's why you're adopted.
Oh my god.
I am very curious about this reading of the will. I'm very and I like that. I hope that everybody is there. Everybody. I want Marlena to be there. I want Abe to be there. And I want Theo to stand tall and read that will and make sure everybody gets what they're supposed to.
Hopefully that's
can hand the
assuming
stuff out.
like she makes her grand appearance, maybe. Fingers crossed.
I'm already over this.
I know. I'm tired of her in that
dragging
bed.
it on too long. Yeah, it's another case of you had the momentum and now you're dragging it on way too long.
And now it's like she could walk through the tunnels and be like, and I'd be like,
yeah, they can't miss up that. Hopefully they can't miss up this opportunity. She has to appear at the will reading. Like, come on, you can't mess that one up now. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
yeah, we shall see. But I'm ready. I am ready. And poor Kat is like, oh, EJ, you're not okay. So should I? Hi Theo. I have notes for you. So
I'm kind of with Kat though. It's like this is like the hottest party in town. I kind of don't want to hear secondhand what's gonna happen. I want to be in the room. I want to be in the room where it happens.
Yes, come on, Hamilton. The room where it happens. The room where it happens. Yeah, that's me. I want to be in the room when it happens.
It was nice to see someone excited about it, even if it was shady. To be like, I want to see you, Demira's act a fool, but I'll be the audience. It was nice to see a character be like, hell yeah, I want to be there. Yeah,
be like Gwen, bring popcorn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we shall see. Hopefully, I mean that's pretty much it with this storyline. It's just the exchanging of hands, and now how everyone's going to deal with it, and we're hoping that everyone's going to be there for the reading.
And that it happens soon, please.
Yes.
Lord.
Yes. All right. Well, before we head into our tidbits, everybody, we just want to gently remind you to please follow us on all social media platforms. We are Dishin Days Show on Facebook and Dishin Days on Instagram, Twitter, X, and Threads. Also, make sure you tell them to come in and join us and talk to us about Days. And make sure they subscribe to our YouTube channel. And make sure you do too. We have a lot of people that watch. Are you all subscribed? If not, make sure you subscribe. Also, if you want to join our exclusive members only page, make sure you do that using your computer or laptop. You can also find us on your favorite podcast station. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Just type in Dishin Days and take us along with you. Also, make sure you show some love to our former co-host, James Lott Jr., who is doing all the recaps for all the other soaps. If you are a lover of soaps, head over to JRK Media on YouTube, where all podcasts can be found, and get your soap opera fix. And now, let's head into some tidbits. I love my sound effects. I do. I love them. Let's start with the first one, which is the Hernandez girls and their boys. First, Gabby and Philip.
A lot of sex
What
scenes
happened
with them.
what happened with them? Wait, they had sex. Gabby chose Gabby
Sheik is now going. She accepted the offer for Gabby Sheik to come over to Titan.
Right.
Well, hold on. Let's clarify. Gabby Sheik is not going to go as a subsidiary under Titan as it was under Demira. She is partnering with Titan to meet her shipping needs. So she's partnering. Right. She's going to have a contract with them to handle her international shipping.
Wait, so she's at Demira, but Titan is shipping?
She's not at Demira. Part of the terms
she went off on
of her pact with Tony was that she finally has full control of Gabby Sheik. So Gabby Sheik is his own company now. She's not under anybody's thumb anymore. The only difference is now she needs a company to partner with her to get her shipping, international shipping. So Theo brought her the deal, but now Thea's gone, and she feels more comfortable now making that deal with Titan with Xander and Philip, even if the costs are a little higher.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to know that you work at Titan because I didn't know nothing.
They just nasty.
In the words of my mother. Well, yeah, because like before they signed the deal, she was lock the door, turn off the lights. They said they sealed the deal a different way.
Yeah.
And there's still a secret between them, right?
Yeah.
The secret that she's the one that basically blew up, the secret. And I also think that's another reason why she is doing this with Titan, because I felt like the way that she delivered a line this week was kind of like it was something about like helping Titan or whatever. I was like, this is her way of
guilt.
Yes, exactly.
And helping them get back on their feet, kind of thing. Yeah, it'll boost the company.
Robert with the throwback of
damn it.
Tony with the sound effects. Was he in Police Academy? I wasn't, but I love that character.
Yeah.
That character was also in Spaceballs.
Was he?
You got the creeps. You got the dreams.
I love that. But yeah, okay. Well, I mean, that was that.
Good for them.
Good for them. Got a little bit and got a little bit more. Now, speaking of
Sorry, Ari and Liam.
I'm sorry. Oh, Sorry, Ari and Liam. Well, Gabby has now discovered, and so has Ari, what Liam has been doing. I did have a moment of like, Liam, I have nothing against you. You're great.
Mm-hmm.
But baby, you can't read. What are you doing working in the bookstore?
Oh God.
But he's not there
learning.
he's supposed to just be the muscle. He's not supposed to be like.
Well, he was answering that phone trying to look for that
I
book,
know,
and he didn't know what to
that's
type
not what
in.
It was kind of implied that's not what he was supposed to be doing. That
Look,
Julie was like, didn't even he have that comment to Julie when she recommended it?
He's not required to read the whole library of books. The most he would have to do is alphabetize.
But no, but
And
even
answer
when
the
someone
phone
comes and asks for a
and
book
list
name,
books.
he doesn't know how to
Pronounce it. Yeah. That
like how would he find
sure
it?
someone who works
Can't
in a
read.
bookstore. Yeah.
He would know what the
He's
words are. but how would he
learning.
know?
He's learning. Look, we
With
are
no
letting you know that
supervision?
He's made progress.
Well, that's on Julie. That's not on Liam. Julie, the boss of the bookstore, is in full awareness of Liam's inability to read. So it is on her to make sure he's not left alone in that bookstore, to take on tasks that he can't do.
He's
Well, he was
doing
left
better.
alone.
Look. This is the way. Look. Let's have a phonics lesson here, folks. Look.
Oh, we ain't got time for that. We in tidbits.
Look.
This is not
This
hooked on
you
phonics.
sound it out. What does the first letter start with of the book start with?
Let me ask
And,
you a
and
question.
so on and so forth.
If you call Barnes and Nobles and was looking for a book, and someone was on the other end sounding it out with how busy you are and how tired you say you are, would you have time for that?
I am way more tired than someone who works in a bookstore. Thank you very much. Second of all, as a person who frequents bookstores and libraries on an almost daily basis, a lot of the time sometimes with some titles, you may be asked what it starts with. Can you spell out the title for me? If it's a complicated title, it is not unheard of.
That title was not complicated. He just can't read.
As
But
someone
he
who's
also,
okay.
he also said it was his first day. He explained
Yeah.
to the customer on the phone it was his first day. He's trying to get organized. He didn't have to disclose that he has trouble reading or that he's learning.
As someone who used to work retail, my response to that is this is not a phone service. This is a in-person bookstore. Come and find it yourself. See if we have it. Don't waste my time on the phone.
Note to self: do not hire Michael Mattis for the bookstore.
That was my thought exactly.
Go on Amazon. You want to look it up? Go look on Amazon.
The first rule of customer service is that the customer is always right. Even
No,
when
not in the year 2020.
Not lately.
Absolutely
No.
not. The customer is not always right.
I didn't say
wrong.
I didn't. No, I did. I did. You not hear my follow up? Even when they're usually wrong, they're always right.
Wrong. No.
Anyway, good luck to Liam in the bookstore, honey. We hope that you are able to find the books and be able to type it into the computer. And, if you need help, call Julie, Foster, or Araceli because they have the patience to make sure you succeed in the bookstore.
And Gabby knows who he is and is, for some reason, being judgmental about him being mixed up with the Demiras, which is Pot Meat Kettle. Like,
right. Gabby?
Yeah, from Gabby.
Oh, yeah, Gabby's
like,
completely hypocritical. Yeah. Critical parent. Like, do as I say, not as I do.
Liam is one of those people that it's like, y'all, give him some slack when it comes to that situation. He went on Craigslist and saw the ad for that job and said, all I got to do is just stock up some snacks. Great. He didn't know what was going on the other side of that wall. He went to Costco. He got the snacks. He put them in order. He left. That was all. Now, if he knew that he was doing snacks for people that were kidnapped, he probably wouldn't have done it because Liam doesn't seem that devious. But Liam just needs money for him and his kid. And so he said, if it's that easy and it's no harm, no foul, I'll go to the store and get the snacks and stock them up. And that's what he did. And once he found out all the rest of the stuff, he stopped stalking the snacks.
In disturb Stefano's grave, but never mind that.
Yeah.
Don't pay attention to that.
Yeah, don't pay attention to that. But I'm just saying, leave that boy alone. Good luck to Ari and Liam. Now let's go to take Kate or leave. And that's pretty much the storyline.
That's pretty much it. Look, we went through last week. We went through all of the reasons that this makes sense from a business standpoint. Philip backed up Xander. Made it very clear he for both personal and professional reasons he's backing Xander. And also it just makes sense.
It makes perfect. And Brady,
grow up.
You're just mad at him too.
Grow the hell up. Not
No
everything is another narcissist. Not everything is about you.
Yeah.
Also, it's interesting because he's totally kissing Marlena's ass here. Because remember, Kate mentored Brady. That's how he got into this. She was the one who brought him along and gave it. So all of this, like Brady good at business, all of that also came from Kate. So I think in a different situation, he'd be pushing for Kate too. I think it's because it's Marlena and, he's not. I mean, I wish they would show us that. It would be nice, a little nuance for him to be like, well, yeah, Marlena, I know you're mad at her, but, Kate's really the best person. Unfortunately, we're not getting that, but we should be getting that with it, given their history.
At least this week, Marlena kind of realized, like, even she was just like, yeah, well, what are we going to do? Like, even she had her moment with Xander last week, but then this week she seemed kind of like, she kept like, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to, like, she didn't seem to be that invested in it anymore.
Yeah.
For the end of time, I will only attribute Basic Black's success to 3 people, and none of them are Brady, and actually none of them are men. Kate, Nicole, and Chloe.
Yeah.
Those are the only people I recall who consistently worked at Basic Black, consistently kept the ship running when Brady was off doing this and that and the other thing, getting kidnapped and knocking people up and dealing with Kristen and her drama. Yeah, no. It's been Kate, Nicole, and even Nicole, even during that little side trip when she thought she was dead, even then Nicole, I swear, probably would have run the company from beyond the grave. And Chloe had a good long back and forth run there. And that was it. That's it. All women.
Yes.
Agreed.
All right. Well, that was your week of days, everybody. And before we go into our segments, we of course got to go into everyone else's. We're going to start things off with Jen's highlights of the week.
It's Jen, Virgo fan from Nashville. My weekly highlights. So we start off Monday with Ari and Liam at the bookstore. Really like them. Like I mentioned before, I think they're really cute together. But he's got to watch out for Mama Bear Gabby. She found out who he was. Oh, Lord. Always something. But I like them. And it's kind of a slow week for EJ. He had a few scenes with Johnny, which are nice. And then Kristen, he knows she's up to something. And then with, of course, Marlena. And I guess they're getting back to the cat and his history, trying to figure that out. I thought they'd forgotten about that. But maybe they were waiting for Connor to get here. So they have that dynamic between the 3 of them, Kat, EJ, and Chad. So I guess we'll get back to see what that's about. Some of the other things, like Jeremy's exit, I thought was stupid. I mean, if they were going to do that kind of thing, why didn't they just make him the kidnapper? It was odd to me. Sorry to see him go. I really liked him. And then the Sophia thing, well, the killing Johnny thing was stupid anyway. But then Kristen killing her, supposedly. I don't know if she's really dead, because no one's ever really dead in Salem, but I didn't really like that. But Rachel was kicking it, man. She was amazing in this storyline, so kudos to her. Let's see, write it down and forget forgetting something. Oh, Stephanie, figuring out what Jeremy did. Like, she should be the PI with Steve, not Brady. I think that's about it. So, all right, thanks. See you later. Bye.
First of all, I love the fact that she had notes.
She's like,
She's like, hold on, let me
yeah.
let me double check. All right, we got them all. All right, you better work, honey. All right, and now we are moving on to Debbie's thumbs up, thumbs down for the week. And here's Debbie, everybody.
With thumbs up, thumbs down, Franklin, Tennessee. Thumbs up, we have good actors. Thumbs down, I just watched Friday's episode and I'm actually been crying. I felt so bad for Sophia. And I just feel like they did so dirty having Kristen kill her. On top of the way they wrote off Jeremy. No.
No.
I get it. I get the sadness of it.
Simple and to the point.
Yeah. All right. And now, last but not least, we have Christian Me World's Days Scorecard. Let's see how Days of Our Lives tallied up this week.
Gathered here today to dedicate this week's scorecard to the family that has been through so much trauma on this show that they deserve a well-earned break. But no, the universe hates them so much, it decided to give them one more explosive trauma. No pun intended. Johnny, Chanel, Baby Tesoro, and Baby Demira number 2, minus 100. May you all rest in peace. Until Friday's episode happened, and I was like, what? So now the whole scorecard got changed. Javi gets a minus 50. He saved Johnny, but he got poisoned in the process. Just a reminder, he ain't Superman. Sophia dropped to a minus 100 because she lost so much. Her sanity, her future, and now her life. Holly gets a minus 50 because she makes Tate's decision for his future all about herself and didn't even consider how the bullying of Sophia online would affect her. Hope Lil Misty Circle regrets how she talked to her on Friday. Amy gets a minus 100 because she lost her daughter when she thought her family was whole again. Also, her family gets a minus 100 because we don't see them at all. And finally, Kristen, her week is strong. Her revenge is sweet, and she got away with killing Sophia, but not Johnny. So she only gets a B tier on her scorecard. I know I'm mixing scores here, but I'm just experimenting. So bye.
Not Little Misty Circle. I can't. All right. Well, thank you, Jen, Debbie, Christian Me World, for your segments. And now we're going to get to ours. And we're going to start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Snap! All right, listen. If When Life Hands You Lemons was a meme, it would look like this. So I want to give a shout out to production, the art department, who put a bowl of lemons in front of Alex after finding out that he was the father of Kelsey. I don't think anyone else noticed that. But when they got to this shot, I said, those are lemons. When life hands you lemons. Oh, what are we going to do with them, Alex? Are we going to make lemonade? Are we going to make lemon meringue? What are we going to do? So the art department, whoever is in charge of this over at Days, for this very subtle thing that I noticed, you get Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! I loved it. It was so funny. And now it's time for
Caption That.
Alrighty, this week's Caption That photo comes courtesy of Kristen and EJ, and this week's caption goes to Jerry Gallup on Instagram with their caption, "Me looking at my family when they put on yet another sports game."
Yes!
Yeah, no, I'm not one with the sport, so I appreciated that. So thank you, Jerry Gallup, for, representing or whatnot.
Oh. And that was
Caption that.
The
And
only
now-
thing, hold on, I do have to add that the only thing that, just because Michael was so good with the words this week, that the only thing that Michael Mattis knows about sports is to avoid the balls.
Avoid wayward balls, because when there's active ball play, avoid wayward balls.
I had to.
one thing Michael Mattis will never do is avoid balls. And now it's time for
Those were the days.
All right, everyone. I'm taking you back to April 25th, 1980, when we had the arrival of Liz Chandler, played by singer-actress Gloria Loring. If you remember her run, she did everything from had romances with Tony, Neil Curtis, Don Craig. She had her epic feud with Marie Horton, who she shot. Of course, her beloved friendship with Marlena. And then we got to see Liz return a couple of years ago for Doug's funeral and got a little reminder of who that character was. But yeah, and very, very pleasantly welcomed in surprise. Welcome back for Liz, played by Gloria Loring, who still has it. So hopefully we'll see her again. I think she was one of those characters where she had been gone for so long, and certain people from a certain generation remember her, and then we got introduced, or people who have watched recently or become fans the last couple of decades got introduced to her a couple of years ago. So yeah, more Liz, please, in the future. But yeah, that was April 25th, 1980, when Gloria Loring joined the show as Liz Chandler.
And that was
Those were the days.
And now it's time for
It's a gift.
And this week's It's a Gift goes to yet another master of the single tier, Miss Rachel Boyd as Sophia Choy, giving such incredible vulnerability to what should be a very despised character at this point. But alas, she's just that good. So for the single tier, Miss Rachel Boyd, you get this week's It's a Gift.
And that was
It's a gift.
And now it's time for
News and gossip.
We're gonna start news and gossip off. We just kind of want to offer some best wishes to if you've seen the headlines, Kristen Storms and Brandon Brosh, two exes who share a child together, seem to be going through some family issues. Brandon was granted a temporary restraining order against Kristen, who seems to possibly be dealing with some mental health issues there. So we just want to offer thoughts and prayers to both these Days alum as sort of they navigate their family issue. Sort of before this came up, they seem to seem to be able to co-parent very well, and their daughter seems to be very happy and healthy. So we just kind of want to wish them well wishes as they sort of navigate this family issue, and hoping things are well for Kirsten. So yeah, and also want to offer our condolences to Wally Kurth, who revealed the passing of his mom, Susie Kurth, who just passed away just short of her 102nd birthday. So condolences to Wally and his family.
Aww.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, they look alike.
I know.
Yeah.
There,
I can see it.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. Man, almost 102. That's
It's a good life.
that's a good life, and I'm so
Yeah.
glad that Wally was able to have the time with her that he did.
And she looks good.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome lady, raised an awesome family. Next up, happy birthday to Lorelai Olivia Moat, our Rachel, who celebrated her birthday last week. I think we put her birthday up last week. I'm not sure. Robert Scott Wilson also sat down this week with Greg Rickard and Rebecca Budig on the Soapy podcast to discuss his early roots of modeling. If you don't know, he got his big break on The Price is Right, to landing in All My Children, the All My Children reboot, where he first started on soaps, juggling back and forth. and then his celebrated tenure on Days. You can check out the Sophie podcast now on CBS YouTube page and wherever you get podcast. And big hint to anyone who can, it's buried in there, but he did recall the name of the person on the All My Children reboot who actually name dropped him to Marnie and got him the job on Days. And fans of soaps will be very familiar with this person. So see if you can find that person's name in there, squeezed in there.
I will say I watched this interview. I watched it at the gym because, I need time to pass. And it was actually a really good interview. And kudos to him he made history by being the first male model on The Price is Right. So kind of having to navigate that. So kudos to him. Good job, Rob. He's had a great career, and there's so much more. He also talks about his Super Bowl commercial and how that came out as well.
Yes,
So.
that was this past Super Bowl. So congratulations, and good. That was a very good interview for Robert Scott Wilson. I also watched the whole thing; it was really good.
Yeah.
Next up, we have as was not so secret, but we still need to announce it. Say hello to the new Javier Hernandez, who takes over from previous portrayer Al Calderon. Say hello to Mr. Jacob Martinez. He will take over the role of Javi starting at the end of January. Tony? June. Sorry, June.
From twunk to twink.
God.
Oh, geez, Tony. And the people say I have resting bee face.
I would just welcome Jacob, because we had a tiff about this. It's my biggest annoyance that they get announced so early. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I just it's like 2 months. It's like I wish it was like right before, so that all of a sudden it's like boom, he's there. But now we have to sit and wait. It's like, ugh. Anyway, whatever. I don't work there. Keep going. Welcome, Jacob. We look forward to you.
And last but not least, the Days social media page has introduced a new segment called Days Dressing Rooms, where your favorites sit down and reveal what dressing rooms need a little reset. Do they need spring cleaning? Do they need interior decorating? And why does Rob Scott Wilson have so many calendars?
Of himself.
Yes. Find out the answer on at Days Peacock on social media.
Great. Next up, we have some congratulations to friends of the show, starting off with Teo Penglis, whose podcast, The Great Escape, just received the 2026 Speak Up Talk Radio Positive Change Award, and you can check out The Great Escape on all streaming platforms. And then we have congrats to friend of the show, Jill Underhill, whose screenplay, Wing Mom, is a semifinalist for Emerging Screenwriters Comedy Screenplay Competition, and also her screenplay for her screenplay Major Turnoff is a quarterfinalist for the Big Apple Film Festival. So big congrats to Jill.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay! And blinking, you missed it. Dietrich Hall was once again on an episode of Hacks. If you tuned in for the first episode of season 5, which is the final season of Hacks, Dietrich has reprised the role of an exaggerated version of herself. So catch out that episode of Hacks, now streaming on HBO Max.
Oh wow! Did they film on the day set?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Looks like they did Salem, the square. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
But then they had her with some random actor that's like not on Days, that didn't have any lines. It was just some rando, and then she was we shoot till midnight, which I don't think is true all the time, but whatever. It's Hacks universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird that they would do that. They could have selected one of the Days cast to be with her.
Well,
whatever. It's not my show.
Yeah, they don't want they don't want to cut that check. Yeah, it's another.
Well,
HBO Max, they totally could have paid it.
Yeah, that's a different check. Yeah,
but okay.
Tony. Next up, we have a day's Q&A cocktail Zoom with Eric Motzoff and Connor Floyd. This one by Star Image Entertainment, and it's taking place on Wednesday, May 6th. Tickets and info, you can go to Eventbrite and search Star Image Entertainment.
Yes. And one more thing before we head out. As you guys know, we talk about all the events and stuff that are happening. And what's happening this weekend is the Samantha and Friends Arabian Nights. And shout out to Samantha for sending over some photos from the event. We have a lovely shot of the cast of people that were there this week, raising funds for the canines. So I hope you guys are continuing to have an amazing weekend. I think things are just now wrapping up, but it looks like a good group of people, and it looks like a very fun time. And we hope that they raised enough money. So yeah, again, if you guys are ever interested in checking out this event, look up Samantha and Friends on Instagram and on Facebook. And I believe their next event is in September. So be sure to check it out and support them. And that was
News and gossip.
And now it's time to find out what is coming up this week on Days of Our Lives.
Next week on Days of Our Lives.
What couldn't you tell me over the phone? There is a possibility that the blood could be a match for Sophia.
So you're saying you want to stay?
I do.
Are you suggesting that I had something to do with Sophia trying to kill Johnny?
That wasn't it.
Next week on Days of...
Oh, sorry.
Did you?
Did it cut off?
Oh yeah, I guess it did.
Okay, so I saw this. That might have been our boo-boo, guys, because there was an 18-second version of the trailer that was accidentally released before the 30-second version.
Great.
I saw that earlier this week. Sorry, guys.
So guys, go to
well, I
Date
sure
at
as hell didn't
Peacock on
notice.
Instagram to see the preview. Yeah, see the whole thing.
Yeah, just go on YouTube.
That, or just tune in this week to Peacock's Days of Our Lives.
Or that.
Well, that's it for us, y'all. That is it. We have dished all the days for you. We will be back in 2 weeks to give you more dish on what's happening in 2 weeks on Peacock's Days of Our Lives. But before we head out, Michael Mattis, where can they find 18 seconds of your life?
18 seconds? Well, that's longer than that. Me on Instagram, ML Mattis and MLM Images LA.
Justin Lee Hareld.
Find me on Instagram at Justin Lee Hareld.
You can find Justin at the Embassy Suites.
Oh,
not Embassy Suites. Not cheap. Not Embassy Suites.
Super 8.
Not the Super 8.
Now you're going down.
I'm going down.
That's what I have to deal with.
Well, actually, Michael Mattis would say the same about you. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I was waiting for that. I know.
I was like, wait, going down. Like, what can I say about that? Didn't come to me.
Whoop. Didn't come to you.
Araceli, where
can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Tia323Araceli.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony. You can also find me this Thursday and every Thursday on my newest podcast, Now Catch This, with Kim and Tony. My bestie and I do a pop culture entertainment podcast every Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check us out, please. Next week or in 2 weeks, I'll show the flyer. But we got to go because we also have a virtual event after this. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We hope you have a beautiful week, and we will see you in 2 weeks. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers next week. And a big early happy birthday to Michael Mattis.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be celebrating his birthday while we're gone.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. He's going to be 50 years old.
He likes
What?
to kick and stretch No, really, he's not going to be 50.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I was gonna say. I was like, I thought we had some time before then.
But the way Michael Matt is X, might as well be. Yeah,
I
it's
was
okay.
so upset that I could not be in my pajamas last night. At like, I had to shoot an event, and I was like, it's 10 o'clock, and I'm not in my pajamas. I don't like this.
Did you stop?
I was like,
Did you
I
stop
feel
by?
so old.
Did
Huh?
you stop by 7-Eleven afterwards?
I did not know because I got fed at the event, so I didn't need to stop by 7-Eleven because I was full.
You fool. Well, happy early birthday, Michael, and
you.
happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And we'll see you in 2 weeks to dish on that week's episodes of Peacock's exclusive #1 award-winning hit soap opera, Days of Our Lives. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and we'll see you. Bye.
Bye.